Are you avoiding salads for lunch or dinner because they're just not quite filling you up?
In today's Thrifty Thursday, we're busting that myth. Salads can be a great way to build a healthy, satisfying meal on a budget. Welcome back to the show. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me back. Yeah, so today we're going to make a couple of thrifty, healthy, easy salad recipes. A lot of folks might be thinking that they want to start eating a little lighter and fresher. You know, I've heard this warmer weather is supposed to be coming sometime. So salads are a great way to build that healthy, light meal, but some people might avoid them because they think they're going to cost too much. And so before we get started making our two recipes today, I just wanted to talk really quickly about choosing vegetables. I'm a dietitian, and from a health perspective, you really cannot say enough good about how important vegetables are for our body. Lower risk of heart disease, cancer, diabetes. People who eat more vegetables live longer, have better brain function. But some people might not choose to have them because they think the only way they can get the benefits of vegetables is if you eat them in their fresh form. And so fresh, frozen, or canned, you are getting nutrition in all of those products. So if you're thinking of avoiding those and not going with the vegetables, choose some other options. They're just as nutritious. So the first recipe we have over here is called a picnic kidney bean salad. And so in this bowl, I have 1 can of drained and rinsed light and dark red kidney beans. And I've talked about in the show in the past that using beans is a great way to add fiber and plant-based protein. And draining and rinsing canned beans reduces 40% of the sodium.
Oh, wow, that's big.
So that helps a lot. So to that, you're going to add a half a cup of chopped cucumbers.
Okay.
A half of a small red onion, and thinly slice the onion. There's nothing that drives me crazier when I get a salad and it has these big chunks of onion in it.
Right.
Who likes to eat those?
No.
That's 1 small tomato that's been chopped. And then we're going to hold on the Parmesan cheese for now, but that is a 1/4 cup of light ranch dressing that we're going to put in there. And to this, we're just going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And to add a little bit of freshness, we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of dried dill weed. And so that's going to give it a little bit more of a fresh flavor. And so if you want to use this bigger spatula, and we want to just make sure when we're mixing this together that we're folding versus mixing, because if we are stirring really aggressively, it's going to mash everything down, where you want all the ingredients to kind of stay put together.
Okay.
So this is a really nice light salad, a nice source of protein and fiber, and I have it served here a couple different ways. You could serve it on its own with that little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top, or a lot of people like to put their salads into wraps and have it like a lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
So you could make that into kind of like a handheld salad as well.
Some people just feel fuller when they eat it.
Totally.
Versus with a fork. I don't know why it is. It's in your head, I suppose.
There's something in your head with it, for sure. The other salad we're going to be making is a tuna and cannellini bean salad. So Chris, in your bowl there, you have 1 can of tuna in oil. Tuna is a really great product to keep in your cupboard. Again, a great source of protein and healthy fats too. From a health perspective, we're encouraged to eat fatty fish twice a week, but a lot of folks might not do that because, you know, salmon or fresh fish can be expensive. So a canned fish is a great option. To that, you're going to add 1 can of drained and rinsed cannellini beans, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and then that is 3/4 cup of, again, finely chopped red onions. And again, if you're not a big onion fan, you could lighten that up a little bit, or you could add a little more if that's something you like too. And to yours, I'm also going to add just a little bit of salt, some freshly ground black pepper. And again, same as Lisa's, you just stir that up. Both of these recipes can be kept in the fridge for 5 days and eaten throughout the week, so that's really nice. And they both come out to be around $2.50 for the whole recipe, or about 40 cents a serving.
Wow.
So that's a pretty cost-effective recipe.
That's thrifty.
Thrifty, yeah. This is the definition of thrifty and healthy.
And so kind of expanding on that, when you talk about not always having the fresh vegetables, can some of these things, I mean, cucumbers and tomatoes, you do need to buy fresh though, right?
So it's nice to think about getting a mix of the fresh and the canned options available. You know, tomatoes, this time of year, they may be starting to get a little bit better. Enjoying things in season when you can, the fresh food options. When you go to the grocery store and you're looking in the produce section, typically the things that are the lowest cost are actually the freshest delicious because they are in season, and there's an abundance of those foods when they're in season. So choosing to buy cucumbers and tomatoes in July when they are in peak season, and you get these really flavorful, delicious vegetables. But what's great about canned vegetables is that they, canned or frozen, is they're picked at their peak of freshness, and then you can enjoy them year round.
And we also mentioned leading into this that sometimes people think they don't want a salad because they're not going to get full enough, but you add the beans and it really holds you over. It's a huge difference, right?
It absolutely does. A serving of beans has on average about 8 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber. And when we talk about all the nutrients that we're getting from our food, fiber and protein are the two that we talk about that are going to keep you full. So adding beans to your salad is what is really going to give it that extra boost that's going to stick with you and provide something that's satisfying as well as nourishing.
I love it. And you can watch for the recipes. We'll post those a little later on our NDT website and also on our North Dakota Today Facebook page as well, because these would be great. Easy and fast and on a budget.
Yes,
I love
exactly.
it. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Coming up on North Dakota Today, our pets aren't just for cute pictures. We're also going to meet a pup that's helping people each and every day.